Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Radhanata Radha Radhanata Radha Radhanata Radhe. Jaya Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Jaya Nitai Gauranga. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Lots of Shri Radha Radhanati ki jai. Lots of Shri Gauranitai ki jai. Lots of Shri Giri Raj Govardhan ki jai. Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you all for attending the class and allowing me the opportunity to be able to speak. So we're going to be continuing with the discussion from chapter 11. Can you hear me? Can you hear much better now? So we're going to continue with our reading from chapter 11, entitled The Killing of the Demons Vatsasura and Bakasura. So I'm reading from this. On the day all the cowherd boys went to the banks of the river Yamuna. Can you hear me now? Can you all hear? Okay. On the day all the cowherd boys went to the bank of the river Yamuna to water their calves. When the calves drank water from the Yamuna, the boys also drank. After drinking, when they were sitting on the bank of the river, they saw a huge animal which looked something like a heron and was as big as a hill. Its top was as strong as a thunderbolt. When they saw the unusual animal, they became afraid of it. The name of this beast was Bakasura, and he was a friend of Kamsa. He appeared on the scene suddenly and immediately attacked Krishna with his pointed, sharp beak and quickly swallowed him up. When Krishna was thus swallowed, all the boys headed by Balaram became almost breathless, as if they had died. But when Bakasura demon was swallowing up Krishna, he felt a burning, fiery sensation in his throat. This was due to the glowing effulgence of Krishna. The demon quickly threw Krishna up and tried to kill him by pinching him on his back. Bakasura did not know that although Krishna was playing the part of a child of Nanda Maharaj, he was still the original father of Lord Brahma, the creator of the universe. Mother Yashoda's child, who is the reservoir of pleasure for the demigods and who is the maintainer of saintly persons, caught hold of the great gigantic heron by two halves of his beak and before his coward boyfriends bifurcated his mouth, just as a child very easily splits up a blade of grass. From the sky, the denizens of the heavenly planets showered flowers like the malika, the most fragrant of all flowers, as a token of their congratulations. Accompanying the showers of flowers was the vibration of bugles, drums, and conch shells. When the boys saw the showering of flowers and heard the celestial sounds, they were struck with wonder. And when they saw Krishna freed from the mouth of the great demon Bakasura, all of them, including Balaram, were so pleased that it seemed as if they had regained the very source of life. As soon as they saw Krishna coming towards them, they one after another embraced the son of Nanda and held him to their chest. After this, they assembled all the calves under their charge and began to return home. Om Jnana Timirandasya Gnanjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gururev Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manu Bhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaisnavam Scha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatha Anvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Anvitam Scha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagat Pate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Dr. Kanchana Gaurangi Radha Vrinda Vaneshwari Vishwabhanu Sutadevi Pranamami Haripriye Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhyevacha Patitanam Pavanabhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So this is like one of the wonderful pastimes of Lord Krishna, where we see Lord Krishna, he's killing demons. So through the reading of the Krishna book, we've seen that Krishna has been killing many demons along the way. And I was actually listening to a class by Swami, and it was quite an interesting class. And he was speaking about the demons and how each demon represents the different anarthas that are present in our hearts. So there's many anarthas. And in this particular case, this demon, Bakasura, represents cunningness and deceptive nature. So this nature is actually present in devotees, and we're all trying to work to get rid of such natures in us. So when we actually read this chapter about Krishna killing this particular demon, this will help us to get rid of those qualities that lurk in our heart. You know, over years of conditioning, these qualities are there. And sometimes you may wonder how, as a practicing devotee, suddenly certain type of quality just comes up in you. Like, you know, it just happens. So the more we start to read and associate with devotees that speak about the subject matter, it actually purifies the heart. So Krishna, he kills demons, but he kills the demoniac tendency within your heart. So Krishna killing demons is also benefiting us. So there's a very interesting point as well. You know, in the spiritual world, Krishna does not kill any demons in the spiritual world. In the spiritual world, there is no demons. Krishna kills the demons only in the material world. So this pastime of the killing of demons only happens here. It doesn't happen in Goloka Vrindavan. Because in Goloka Vrindavan, everybody is in ecstatic mood. There's no enmity. Everyone is doing service to please Krishna, and Krishna wants to please them. Also, it's mentioned that this material world, now we have heard that this material world has been created for all the conditioned souls, rebellious souls. But this material world also offers another more important aspect to Lord Krishna and his devotees. Because when Lord Krishna wants to kill demons, he can't kill them in Goloka Vrindavan, so he has to come and kill them here. So sometimes you may find that in due course of time, there's so many people have so many different desires. And sometimes some people become inimical towards Krishna. So Krishna is so kind, like, as you desire him, he will actually come to you like that. So if you're neutral to Krishna, you can serve Krishna in neutrality. So if you're a devotee, you can serve Krishna in devotion. Like the devotees in Vrindavan, Goloka Vrindavan, they have the ecstatic mood in serving Krishna. And it's reciprocal, it's always expanding. So these demons have this desire to want to be inimical to Krishna. So Krishna allows them that opportunity. Okay, you desire to be my enemy. Okay, it's very good. When I come down, I like to fight. So this is one of the qualities of Krishna. Krishna likes a good fight. Krishna likes to fight. So that is one of his qualities. So he leaves Goloka Vrindavan to have a good fight in the material world. And sometimes it's said that sometimes his devotee can become a demon, but for the pleasure of Krishna. But sometimes the real demons are also killed by Krishna. So those demons, Krishna really gives them a thorough thrashing. And you'll see that there's blood. From the pastimes that we've read about Putana, Srinivasa, all these various demons, we can understand how they were killed. Like, they were killed, and the description is about their eyes popping out of the sockets and blood, and ghastly. But Krishna really likes to bash the demons like that. So this pastime will also assist us to improve in our spiritual life. So as we go through the various demons, hearing will improve on our spiritual life. So I'll go on reading to finish the chapter, and then we can speak further, right? When they arrived home, they spoke of the wonderful activities of the son of Nanda. When the gopis and cowherd men all heard the story from the boys, they felt great happiness because naturally they loved Krishna. And by hearing about his glories and victorious activities, they became still more affectionate towards him. Thinking that the child Krishna had been saved from the mouth of death, they looked upon his face with great love and affection. They were full of anxiety and could not turn their faces from the vision of Krishna. The gopis and the men began to converse about themselves. The gopis and the men began to converse amongst themselves about how wonderful it was that the child Krishna had been attacked in so many ways and so many times by so many demons, and yet the demons themselves had been killed and Krishna had remained uninjured. They continued to converse amongst themselves about how so many great demons in such fierce bodies had attacked Krishna to kill him, but by the grace of Hari had not been able to cause even a slight injury. Rather, they had died like small flies in a fire. Thus, they remembered the words of Garga Muni, who had foretold by dint of his vast knowledge of the Vedas and astrology that this boy would be attacked by many demons. Now they were actually seeing that this was coming true, word for word. All the cowherd men, including Nanda Maharaj, used to talk of the wonderful activities of Lord Krishna and Balaram, and they were always so much absorbed in those talks that they forgot the threefold miseries of this material existence. This is the effect of Krishna consciousness. What was enjoyed 5,000 years ago by Nanda Maharaj can still be enjoyed by Krishna conscious persons simply by talking about the transcendental pastimes of Krishna and his associates. Thus Balaram and Krishna enjoyed their childhood pastimes, imitating Lord Ramachandra's monkeys, who constructed the bridge over the ocean, and Hanuman, who jumped over the water in Ceylon. They used to imitate such pastimes amongst their friends and so happily passed their childhood life. So thus ends this Bhaktivedanta purpose on the 11th chapter of Krishna killing the demons, Vratsasura and Bakasura. So we can understand also the mood of the devotees. So there's also mentioned that, when you look at the resonance of Vrindavan, Nanda Maharaj, Mother Yashoda, the Gopas, the Gopis, they have a very simple mood. Simple mood. They don't know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But Krishna is the object of their affection. Every thought is on Krishna. Every action is to please Krishna. And naturally, when they try to please Krishna, Krishna pleases them even more. So this is reciprocal. It's like a two-way thing, but it's ever increasing. Like, in the material world, if you have 100 rands and you give somebody 20 rands, you only have 80 rands left. But in the spiritual world, it's inconceivable. Just by loving Krishna, their love for Krishna just expands every day. It's new. There's a new experience. It's like, the glories of Krishna, every day it's something new. So, it's also mentioned that in the pastimes of Lord Krishna, his killing of the demons, they don't happen daily. It's a occasional occurrence. So in the pastimes of Krishna, these things are not happening in spiritual world Goloka Vrindavan. In the spiritual world of Goloka Vrindavan, the pastimes that we've heard about of Mother Yashoda serving Krishna, that's happening daily. The coward boys playing with Krishna and wrestling with him is happening daily. But the killing of demons is only happening here and not happening all the time. So we can understand that Krishna also has a reason for coming down to this material world. Now he says in Bhagavad Gita, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam. So that's chapter 4, text 9. He gives a reason, they give a reason why Krishna is coming down. So Krishna, he makes a promise in Bhagavad Gita, it comes down to protect the devotees and to kill the demoniac persons that affect devotees. And he also comes down to establish the principle of Dharma. So he gives 3 reasons. But this devotee, he explains it very nicely. And explains that protecting the devotee, Krishna doesn't need to come down to the material world to protect the devotees. Just by chanting, when the devotees chant the holy name of Krishna, the chanting gives protection to the devotees. The killing of the demons as well, Krishna does not have to come down to kill the demons as well. Now there's many other powerful devotees of the Lord that could kill the demons. And then also establishing the principle of Dharma. Krishna does not have to come down to establish the principle of Dharma, because that can also be done by the saintly kings, the rishis. They can do that. But there's a reason why Krishna comes down. He comes down to give pleasure to his devotees. Because if you look at this material world, there's so many devotees that are here, and you haven't seen Krishna. And Krishna comes down for them. He actually comes down to give pleasure to those devotees who haven't had his association. He comes down once in a day of Brahma. So he's giving mercy to the devotees. He also gives pleasure, and the devotees also can give pleasure to him. So that mode of devotional service, unmotivated, unalloyed, not mixed with anything. So pure devotional service. So for those devotees, Krishna is coming. And obviously, when the others that are not inclined, so maybe when they hear the pastimes of Krishna and they see the devotees, how happy devotees are, then they automatically wonder, hey, these devotees are chanting, they're hearing class, and they're so happy. So they want to experience it. So he also gives those that are probably envious or in ignorance a chance to hear his pastimes, to serve the devotees and make spiritual advancement. And we know we discussed the point where Krishna also loves to kill demons. So that's one of his special qualities. He loves to kill demons. So in his different avatars, when he comes in different avatars, there's always killing of demons. So there's pleasure to Krishna. That's one of his moods. Is there any comments or questions? Or anyone wants to add something or say? Sure. So we can also see that as we're reading on, that the different mellows of devotion, the 5 mellows of different devotees can serve him in different mellows. So now we saw that Mother Yashoda, she was serving him with motherly affection. Now we see Krishna is starting to have association with the coward boys, and now so we'll get to understand this relationship between Krishna, the coward boys, and then it goes on giving pleasure to the animals, how they see Krishna. So everyone is having this relationship with Krishna, and they're all feeling this happiness and joy to want to see Krishna, and they're actually drinking Krishna through the eye. They're drinking Krishna, and so we're trying to drink Krishna's beauty through the ear. So when we discuss Krishna book here from Srimad Bhagavatam, so we're getting this opportunity to taste Krishna. Krishna is coming through the ear. And another point that with regards to the demon Bakasura, when Lord Krishna, when he was swallowed by Lord Krishna, we know Lord Krishna's feet is compared to lotus flowers. It's soft and it's cool. But for the demon it was the opposite. It was hot and it caused him pain. So that it was also bitter. So immediately spat Krishna out. So we can see how contradicting it is. That Krishna for the devotee is sweetness, and he also wants to give the devotee pleasure. He wants to assist the devotees. And we can also come to the point of the qualities we spoke about, the anarthas within the devotees, how we must work. We must work towards, each one of us on different levels. No one can say, oh no, I'm free of any of these qualities, these anarthas. So we will, just by hearing, associating with devotees that are on a higher level. So I don't know, like you say, a devotee is on a higher level. A devotee is that you can see when you're around those devotees, you see that they inspire you. So we associate like that, and we'll make spiritual advancement. So I see there's about 5 minutes. Yeah, try to answer it.
Hare Krishna. So, Prabhu, what can you say again what the anarthas are that Bakasura represents?
I'm sorry, Mark.
What were the anarthas that Bakasura represents?
It's deceitfulness and cunningness.
Oh, okay.
Cunning.
So then, how can we, identify it in ourselves, like cunningness and deceitfulness?
Well, that's if you look at a person that has these qualities, then how you interact with the people around you, you'll be able to know. You may not know it yourself, but as a devotee, when you chant, we're getting so much mercy. Lord Chaitanya is giving so much mercy. So you have this pot that where the mercy is coming in, and Lord Chaitanya just wants to pour more and more into that pot. But when we have some of these anarthas, you make a hole, and then you'll suddenly see that you're chanting your rounds, you're doing it. When you chant your rounds, you're not in ecstasy when you're chanting, but you're chanting, but it's mundane. So this is one of the ways in your own devotional life, you'll see whether you're feeling that bliss. And one of the most important things that they mention is like, humility. And I always when I speak about the humility of the devotees. When you look at the devotees, the devotees on a high level. And if you look at Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, if you think about it, how much he had to tolerate in the West. He stayed with people that were taking drugs. He had to sit with a dog in the car. He had to share, when he was in Pennsylvania, in that fridge, the Agarwals, they used to keep meat in the fridge. So, but he was humble, and through humility, we get to also get rid of these qualities as well. Because when you are humble, you want to hear. Generally when you're not a humble person, you don't want to hear. You think like, you know everything. So, but when we come here to the class, then we'll hear about cunningness. So, if you have that quality, it said, just read this chapter. Just continue reading it. Because this is Krishna's energy. Krishna purifies from within. So, all these anarthas can be diminished with just hearing and reading. So it's like, you can't go ask somebody to tell you, you're cunning, or you like this. You'll know yourself, sometimes Krishna knows what's in your heart, and you also will know. And if you don't know, as I said, that then you'll know how you interact with the people around you. Like they say, like a snake and scorpions. Nobody likes, even the saintly person wants to see a snake or scorpion killed. Although a saintly person doesn't like to kill, but a scorpion and a snake, a saintly person even wants that killed. So it said also in Kali Yuga, the demoniac tendencies is in your own heart. So Krishna will kill those. Krishna and Lord Balaram they kill those demoniac qualities through regularly hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, chanting. But remember, when we chant, we come to class, we hear. It's how we interact with devotees will also be our success in how quickly we get purified. Because devotees are giving mercy. So when we serve the devotees, we receive more mercy. So we receive more and more mercy. But if you make too many holes in that container, then you'll find that thing is starting to go away. But another thing that you could do is if you have any qualities that is there, is you approach a senior person and you speak to them, like your guru or somebody that is senior, and they will assist you. Because this process is not you go at it alone. With the movement, with the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, we have a temple, we have so many senior devotees, we have so much of books, and Srila Prabhupada is present through his books. And I'll stop there. Shri Shri Radha Radha Nath Ki Jai, Shri Giri Govardhan Ki Jai, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Thank you very much.
Shiva Jaya chante aratika shobha Jahanagi tatavane Jagananalabha Takine nitai chan Pame kadadara Vekhatayat Vaitashini Vasa Chatradara Vasi Achar Guru Chan Ratna Singhasani Arathikārana Brahma Adi Devagane Narahari Adi Kari Chamara Dulaya Sambhaya Mukunda Bhasha Shadigaya Shankar Bhaja Ganta Bhaja Bhaja Garatala Radha Vedanga Bhaja Paramarasala Shankar Bhaja Ganta Bhaja Madhu 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 Bhaja Shankar Bhaja Ganta Bhaja Madhu 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 Bhaja Gati Chandajini Vadana Ujjvala Kala Desha Vanavala Kore Jalavala Shiva Shukana Radha Prami Gada Gada Bhagati Vinada Deke Kaya Rasavada Shava Jaga Janamana Lava Karam Radhika Shava Jaga Janamana Lava Vishnu Hridaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhudaya Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Navine Namaste Saraswati Deva Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvashaisha Shunyavadi Paschatya Dishatarine Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Vishnu Pad Parahamsa Parivajagacharya Ashtacharya Shata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj Prabhupada Ki. Jai Vishnu Pad Parahamsa Parivajagacharya Ashtacharya Shata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Anantagoti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Shamakund Radhakund Giri Govardhan Ki. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki. Shri Mayapur Dham Ki. Ganga Mai Ki. Yamuna Mai Ki. Bhakti Devi Ki. Tulasi Devi Ki. Transcendental Harinam Sankirtan Yaki Ki. Gaur Pramanande. All glories to the assembled devotees! All glories to the assembled devotees! All glories to the assembled devotees! All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga! Glories to Srila Prabhupada! Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Praladadayine. Hiranyakashipurvakshaha. Shilapankanakalaya. Ito Nishingha Parata Nishingha. Yata Yata Yamita Nishingha. Pahi Nishingha Hridaya Nishingha. Narashinhadim Sharanam Prapade. Narashinhadim Sharanam Prapade. Tavakara Kamalavarena Kamapata Shingam. Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tamavangam. Keshavadita Naraharirupa. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Keshavadita Naraharirupa. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Bhakti Vinga Vinasheka Shingade Bhagavan Ki Bhakta Shrestha Prahlad Maharaj Ki Srila Prabhupada Ki